You are listening to Power Marketing with Kevin Lee. Here's Kevin.
One interesting thing that I didn't expect as sort of a tie-in between direct mail and digital was that, creative now is absolutely a must, right? Great creative, because once you're playing for any form of boosted media, whether it's search or boosted social media in Facebook, right? A lack of engagement means that algorithm will vote you down. Right.
Yeah.
So bad creative is no longer an option. And that's true in direct mail because of the fact that the postage alone, right, is going to make it infeasible for you to mail if you don't have, spot on creative. And I sort of feel like that focus on creative optimization and creative iteration that direct mail folks have can serve people well in digital, right? Because it's sort of, you're never finished with creative, right?
Never.
Direct mail, right?
Never.
It's something that is a constant improvement process, and it changes over time, right? QR codes 4 years ago didn't work. Now QR codes work, and you sort of have to constantly reinvent the creative. So any thoughts about that? How marketers should think about the creative process and the amount of time, energy, and human capital they put into that?
I think it's crazy. Early in my career, I didn't pay as much attention to creative. Digital wasn't as big. It was more direct mail. How do I get that response? This has to look the part. It has to look official, look good. What I've found is that each channel has its own purpose. I think you start with your brand guide, right? You got to have the brand guidelines set so that your creative team knows where the boundaries are. And then they have to be able to operate that and push those boundaries. But I do believe, and it's a fun argument I've had over the last few years, especially in digital. Direct mail, official, especially in finance, it's got to look official. There's got to be something memorable in there. We always used a plastic card, right? So, most people, credit card companies would send that out. You have that, at least you'll open it to cut it up or to see. So that was something we did. And then, the brand, it has to look good. You have to be trustworthy, the words you use. So creative isn't just beautiful pictures, it's actually the copy too. So then when you shift into digital, it's got to match. It's got to look the same. It's got to be within brand guidelines. But we're such a society, and I would annoy people when I do this, but I said, think about it. We're all on mobile devices. We just do this. We flip or we scroll. And, everybody, people who played video games, I grew up playing video games. You'd have the callus on your thumb. Now you have the callus on the opposite side from where you're scrolling. But I said, guys, you've got to stay within brand standards, but you have to stand out. Not everybody, you can't just show smiling people, the blues and greens. People thought I was crazy one day. One of the questions we had was, or a request, we needed to recruit better in Syracuse. And in upstate New York, there's 690 and Route 81 that go right through Syracuse. So we bought a billboard, and I was driving to work, and I kept seeing, I never even paid attention, but I forgot my coffee. And all of a sudden, this bright pink Dunkin' Donuts, orange, pink, brown coffee thing, I needed Dunkin' Donuts, and it caught my attention. So I called my head of creative. I said, here's the deal. Let's get a board. They want top talent in Syracuse. Here's what we do. I want bright pink, the brightest annoying pink you can get. I want white font that says, "Are you awesome?" And then bhdcareers.com. And we did it. And it was funny because I had been gone from Syracuse for a while, and I had people call me from high school, friends of family, said, "Hey, have you lost it? We saw your billboard. What, they allowed you to do that?" It had the BHG logo on it. Finally, I got a call from one of our HR people. Are like, "Look, we've got too many applications. Please, we're going to just take the darn thing down." So again, long-winded way of saying sometimes you have to stand out. I didn't break too many standards in our brand guide, but we did something different. The monotony of driving in, the monotony of scrolling through Facebook, of scrolling through LinkedIn, of scrolling through Instagram, you got to stand out to make someone just pause for that 1 second.
Yeah. Interruptive marketing. Yeah.
You could have the greatest content and message and offer, but you miss the people because it looks like everything else. So, that's something that, to your original question, we've had to balance. And with direct mail, we're trying to do something different to get you to open it, but then we got to get you to stay. And it's almost the opposite on digital, where whether it's an email, everything on email, you'd be surprised. I talked to a couple of people, they had sent me over their email templates. I said, have you looked at this on your phone? And they said, no, but it looks great on my screen, on my laptop. I said, guys, you totally missed it. I won't get to where your offer is because you lost me. So I think for each channel, creative is so important. But before creative, it's your data. I don't care what you're creating. If you don't have the right data or the right strategy of who your customer is and the knowledge, creative doesn't matter.
Kevin Lee's Power Marketing is available on all your favorite podcast networks. Kevin loves helping businesses excel at marketing. Having marketing challenges? Just like Santa in The Miracle on 34th Street, if Kevin can't help you, he'll know someone who can. Find him on LinkedIn, subscribe, or follow.